So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose. Okay, hi everybody, Martha here. So, I've been busy a little bit, so still I'm not gonna probably not do any more like TV like any CW reviews right now because I'm too far behind. So I decided just to wait till next season probably, or turn one of the newer or wait until one of the other shows start, or the new episodes. So, yep, that's what happens when real life kicks in. So basically, yeah. So let's get started with the last story in the Gumdrop Angel. So we're going to talk about the Stitchwraith the 8 Stitchwraith story. So this one I liked. It's kind of cute. So what do I usually do? I read the last few pages to you guys, and I review it. So spoilers ahead. The air in this place smelled musty and also was vacant soup, like inside of a fridge full of spoiled food. Larson had entered the place and spotted. Was this right? Oh, that's the page of force right here. Here we go. Sorry about that. Wrong page. Okay. Near the rail tracks along the edge of the town, a small main main entrance shield was away from anything else. And the area was peddled from when Jake found it. But he had easily removed the lock. Now Jake and the girl were safely tucked inside the small building. The girl was still asleep. Jake was watching her carefully. He found a shield right before dawn. But okay, after he put the girl inside, he went back out quickly to Folger some things to make her feel more comfortable. He found some blankets and in a nearby dumpster, and became to the layer in the drawers over the pale form. More after the night, carbonly over the dust, the rain left the area that morning. Returned and drank drumbling now, ponding over the thin roof above Jake's head. It sounded like a tomb of globbering, dancing, and music Jake couldn't hear. The cluttered into seemed to bother the girl. She occupied the muttering in her sleep, and sometimes she kicked out as she failed over unseen assailant. Mostly she was quiet and still. Jake was next to her, watching over her. He had watched the door through the shield, and with some rope he found to shelter it. He was on alert. He didn't know who might else be after the girl, or what they might come, or when they might come looking for her. It was the first couple of hours after nightfall. All was quiet, except for a Gogger dance dancing. However, the night, the rain was enough for Jake to hear a owl hooting nearby, and something else, something that he had standing posed to fight. Outside the shield, something was scraped round the wood, sliding after the scrape. Manly, rocking to escape from the door, didn't seem to scrape up against the wall next to it. Then something bumped into the roof and clicked down to the other side of the shelter. Jake traced the movements carefully. Something was out there. Something was crawling out there. He was sure of it. Jake had metalled legs closed his body and angled nearby the girl. He knew that he was currently occupied a big metal endoskeleton. But right this second, he didn't feel like that. He felt like the kid he really was. Something was out there in the shelter, scraping around as trying to find way in. Jake cooled his head, listening to put an arm around, protecting over the girl, in case whatever was out there broke in through the roof. He was also trembling. He wished someone was there to put a shoulder over him too. See, I like that last sentence right there, because after everything that poor little Jake has been through, even though he's dead now and basically a ghost possessing an endoskeleton, you still got to remember he's just a kid, and that last line makes you feel for the poor boy. So yeah. So we find out at the beginning of this Stitchwraith story, who probably takes you 36 minutes to read. Depends how fast you're reading, how fast a reader you are. That Larson is still alive. Yeah, that's right. William Athens' big monster thing did not kill Larson after all, like I thought it did. He ended up in a hospital and is being cared by a nurse and helping him heal, which we warp to when he's back to somewhat healed, and he's having visions of the very first story that we hear from these 8 books, and Into the Pit, and he has visions of that ball pit, and so he's basically gonna go to that ball pit site and find it. And while that's going on, Jake is wandering around and seeing a bunch of homeless people and drug addicts, either passed out or sleeping. First, he sees a guy who's a homeless person, I'm guessing, lived into a dumpster and who had a hard life already because he lost his family in a car accident. He was the only survivor, and Jake was trying to find a good memory for this guy to focus on in his sleep, not the sad one. I like Jake. So, and then he goes across a girl who is probably overdosed and passed out from it, and were 2 drug dealers who want their money from her, and Jake ends up protecting her from these guys, and by riding, and later on we find these guys in a hospital after, and Jake beat them, protected her from these guys, and he writes on one of them, "Just say no." He's basically you see those cold commercials where they're telling you don't say no to drugs, and also you're thinking of the if you guys were I don't know if they still do this in schools now, but back when I was a kid, we had DARE. We had 2 officers come inside and do DARE for us. So yeah, I don't know if they still do that in schools or not, but yeah. And so I think he should probably do the same thing for the girl. Have her go to the hospital, because really, she's just gonna probably just die from the drugs eventually. So I know Jake's trying his best to help out, but he really should just probably get her to hospital too, like he did, like Larson ended up in the hospital, and he could probably help her get whatever drugs she is in her system out. So yeah, so this one was pretty good. I liked it. It was a good little short story, and so I like. I still think out of the four stories that are in this book, I don't like the second one at all. The first one's pretty good. So is the third one, and so is a Stitchwraith story. So mostly, if I like the character, the story's telling about, then I'll like the story. So, and now they kind of like made the Stitchwraith be a good guy since Andrew's no longer in it. So, um, I'll give this story of Stitchwraith a 9 out of 10. So I'll see you guys later. Like, favorite, and subscribe. And remember, just say no. Bye bye. Also, before I end this video, I am using clips, using artworks that I found on the internet that has to do with Stitchwraith and some of the spring trap into the pet thing. And so, if you see your artwork on here, I'm sorry I don't know your name, but this is me giving you acknowledgement. I am sorry I used your work. Also, but like these pictures. So hope you don't get mad for me using your artwork. So yeah. So that's it. Bye.